Hello and welcome to the pitch side studio. Well, not actually on the pitch side because of the weather. We're sitting up here and we're trying to dissect the game, how it has, gone session by session for Pakistan and for Bangladesh. You can see Amir Swail is alongside me. Pakistan's perspective. We've spoken about many different aspects, whether they seemed under pressure, where they shouldn't have been. But where do we stand now in terms of the game? We might have weather tomorrow as well. 143, can they still fight it out?
Well, where do we stand? Obviously, we are way behind in this test match, and one has to admit, one has to be honest that Bangladesh has been a superior side. They have read the conditions very well, and they have selected the side in a proper manner, very aptly, and then their plans have been far superior. And then the execution, and that's why Pakistan has been way behind in this series. Yes, there was a couple of opportunities Pakistan had to make a very strong comeback into the test matches, but unfortunately things didn't work out for them. But like I said before, Bangladesh, you have to laud their performances.
Now, we discussed this in the morning. The test match is a format which allows a team to come back, to make a comeback, and Bangladesh did. Now, when the game started yesterday, just in the later part, Pakistan were 12 runs ahead. So you can just say it was a one-day each side game. Now we'll see how the wickets fell. 9 for 2 last evening. Abdullah Shafiq, we've discussed this. Let's dissect them one by one.
See, I've been saying this all along, that most of the Pakistani batters, they just play from the crease. Once they get committed on the front foot, they have nowhere to go. They just hang the bat away from the body, and they've been getting out behind the stumps. And, that is a worry for the Pakistani batters. And for me, I'm very surprised that Abdullah Shafiq hasn't been, advised by the coaches that, okay, these are the technical things you are doing wrong and how to address them. And, he's been getting out in a similar fashion, and that is a worry.
Okay. Now, you mentioned something in the morning about Saiam Ayub. You said he plays like this, maybe like Zakir also. And then you say a certain player is an all-format player. Where does Saiam stand? And we look at his dismissal now, how Saiam lost his wicket.
See, what you need to ask Saiam, that you get enough talent. The only thing is, at times, you have to leave a couple of strokes in the dressing room, in your kit bag, according to the demand of the pitch, and also what sort of a bowling attack you are playing against. So if that trick he learns, he's got all the talent in the world to become a very useful player for Pakistan, and he should be encouraged to take his bowling seriously. If you have a couple of all-rounders like him and Salman line up, look, Mahdi Miraj, what they've been delivering for Bangladesh, then Shakib, so he can be a handy cricketer.
The problem has been that certain top order batters have got themselves a start, 20s, 30s, but not been able to, convert them into bigger numbers. Now, let's have a look at Shan Masood, the captain of Pakistan, how he lost his wicket. Pretty similar to how he lost it in the first game.
How many times we have seen him getting out in such a fashion? What happens is he covers the stumps. And from there on, once he covers that, then he doesn't have that movement. Yes, at times we actually see him getting to the pitch of the ball when he's looking to drive the ball. But most of the time, he hits the ball in the up. Once the ball seams off the surface, becomes very hard. And you and I have discussed so many times, if he is looking to play the ball square of the wicket, just back of the length, instead of employing that vertical bat swing, why not horizontal bat swing? That will give him more chances to score runs. And here, there is a big peril. When you are just hanging your bat away from the body, you're giving a chance to the bowler to pick you up.
Is there a difference, or is this the reason he's playing a lot of cricket back in England as well, and probably he expects more bounce, so he feels more easy to play something square of the wicket?
Maybe slowness of the pitches allow him to actually play the ball square of the wicket. But when you actually are talking about pitches which has slight more pace and bit more bounce, you're always in trouble as a batsman when you're looking to hit the ball like that.
Okay, so now let's talk about Babar Azam. He's been off colour. We haven't seen him having a big score coming out of his bat in recent times, and this dismissal just shows where he stands.
See, this is the problem. He's looking to bang the ball into the surface, and then as a batsman you commit yourself on the front foot, and then you don't move your back leg. You have to hang your back. away from the body. And if you look at the dismissals of most of the Pakistani batters, the coaches ask you to play the ball very close to your body, underneath your eyes, but most of the batters played the ball away from the body and pushing at the ball. What do you expect?
So this seems to be like that uncertain zone for most of the top order batters right now. Abdullah Shafiq hanging his bat, or either Shan Masood here a bit of an extra bounce, and again very tentative move.
I think they are two good players to get out like this fashion. They have played plenty of cricket internationally and they should know the art of batting. But getting out in a similar fashion again and again, that is a worry. But having said that, I want to say it again. When you ask the coaches who actually train the bowlers, they'll ask the bowlers to bring the batters on the front foot. That's where the batters are more vulnerable and bowlers have more chances to pick up wickets. What a batsman need to do? Yeah. Do not commit on the front foot.
Do not commit on the front foot.
Try and play everything of the back foot. And if must, only the ball which are bending back, then you get forward and block the ball. Otherwise, you're always giving a chance to the bowlers to pick you up. This is the worry with the Pakistan cricket. When you see the young batters, everybody is committing themselves on the front foot.
On the front foot. Now, when you talk about committing yourself on the front foot, there's a prolific scorer for Pakistan in that middle order. He's been doing well. In fact, in this series itself, first innings, he scored a big number. But here, he seems to be caught in the crease.
Yeah, after that 100, I think this is the third time he has gotten himself out in a similar fashion. Yes, he got stumped. Yes, apart from that, whenever a faster bowler gets him out in such fashion. This is not the first time I've seen him getting out like this. So again, if you look at the feet movement, it's not there. Playing from the crease, just hanging the bat away from the body.
I remember one thing you said in the morning that, the bowlers wait for the batters to make a mistake. And you ball by ball as a batter, concentrating on everything. And then when you go to Rizwan or go to Saud Shakil, it's just that one mistake that's required to dismiss your wicket. We'll have a look at Saud Shakil once again here. He's just nowhere behind the line. He's just caught up in the creases, no foot movement, even not committing himself on the front foot. Maybe the pace, an extra bit of bounce also.
A prerequisite from a batsman to feature in test matches is awareness of the off stump. Have you seen that?
Now, slight lapse in concentration. He was looking so good, the next batter, Rizwan. And that one mistake cost him the wicket. He was livid with himself. Have a look at that.
But you have to give credit to the bowler on that occasion. He was bowling him wicket to wicket, wicket to wicket, and he didn't have any fielder at the covers. He actually sucked him into playing that stroke. And that's where, as a bowler, you have a chance to pick up wickets. When you lurk around that line, off stump or on about, and if you get the ball to move away, you have a chance, and that's what he did.
And mind you, that was almost the 40th over when the ball is moving sideways. So yeah, it takes some skill. Now, we'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll talk more on this, of course, test match and where is Bangladesh in this game. Welcome back to the Pitchside Studio. Let's have a quick look at the ICC World Test Championship points table and the positions. And when the series started, they were just above West Indies. Now they've come up at number 6. And if they beat Pakistan tomorrow in this test match, then they will cross South Africa and England. So that's a giant leap in one series of 2 games.
That'll be quite an achievement for Bangladesh, let me tell you that. And they'll be very happy because there has been a lot of investment made on the players. And it's good to see, and it's very good for Bangladesh cricket that it's actually paying off. And, before you ask me any other question, we all gotten out, nicking the ball behind the stump, playing the ball away from the body. But if you do it repeatedly, then you have to tell yourself there is something wrong.
Something wrong. Now, if you look at the two sides, we're talking about Bangladesh. Throughout the series, it seems like Bangladesh is more proactive and Pakistan have been reactive. Reactive in the sense that they've always been behind in the game. They've been chasing the game. Bangladesh have looked to, go out there and grab the opportunities and win it. And that's probably the biggest difference.
Yes, like I said before, they were a better prepared side. They read the conditions well. Their plans were more apt if you compare it with Pakistan. Because what Pakistan did was, when they were looking to, make these green top wickets, They thought they're going to win the tosses. And they didn't have any plan B.
Yeah.
That's where they struggled.
All right, Bangladesh, just like Pakistan, is the start of their season, and they're in Pakistan at the moment. After this, immediately they'll have another challenge facing them. Right after this, they go to India for 2 games, and then they host South Africa for another 2 games, and later on in the year, they have West Indies for 2 more games. Now, the Bangladesh, when you look at them in this particular tournament, I think the positives that they will take, of course, the win, if they get this one also, but the young bowling attack.
Exactly. And then, you know, the more encouraging thing is Mehdi Hassan Miraj is developing into a reliable all-rounder. You ask him to bat, he delivers. You give him the ball, he pick you wickets. Yes, he dropped 1. Yeah. We have to rub it. Yeah. So otherwise, you know, there are so many positives for Bangladesh. You know, even Shadman. Yeah. I mean, he looks a very composed batsman, well-organized batsman. So for me, if I was in the Bangladeshi camp, there are so many positives.
Yeah. Now
fielding has been good.
Yeah, fielding has been good. Now let's have a look at Pakistan's fixtures. As I said, it's also their start of the season. Now, this has dented them. The loss in the first game and this game, they save it. But now another big challenge at home stands. England. It's not going to be easy. 3 test matches. Then they go to South Africa and then they again host West Indies at home. Now, the time between Bangladesh and England is not much. So any overhauling can't be done. What is the immediate thing that they can do sitting in the think tank and make amendments?
1, they need to have a quality spinner on the side. 2, they need to have a bowler who's very efficient bowling with the older ball. Another thing, these batters, they really need to learn how to deal with the pace, because in international cricket, the word spreads like this. Yeah. And every fast bowler is going to say, oh, bowling at Pakistani batters, easy peasy. Yeah. Bowl them few bounces, you'll get a wicket. And that's where these batsmen, they need to improve. They have to rectify weaknesses in their technique, and they have to be ready for England. And then, you know, Pakistan has never been a very comfortable traveller in South Africa. Yeah. So, tough times ahead, and they need to prepare well for those.
The key is prepare yourself well. Now, we've lost this last session here to rain. We hope that we get a full day tomorrow or whatever is required. Bank Alfala presents Blue World City Test Series. Pakistan versus Bangladesh. We'll join you tomorrow morning, 9-10 a.m., rain or no rain, and bring our coverage to you. Remember that 143 is what Bangladesh need. Pakistan needs 10 wickets. Can Pakistan save this test match at home? We'll only find out tomorrow. Do join us.